Hey guys, how you doing? So as promised, and you see, I've been playing with it a lot last couple of hours. I'm testing my Widdgydashis, and I have one perfectly sharpened, very sharp, that I want to show you what it can do and talk to you about it a little bit. You can see it's razor sharp, unsupported magazine paper. It's shaving it like nothing. It straps very well, even after heavy use and dulling it a little bit. It takes only a couple of seconds on the strap to get it back razor sharp, and very happy about that. It's great. The first one wasn't that great. I can clearly see that big difference in the steel. That good cutlery steel, bohler M685 stainless steel, and that previous one that wasn't. So you see, it's very sharp, can push cut very nicely. You can see that small 1 1/8 of an inch edge can do really nice long cuts in the regular paper. That's the one I can hold better than the magazine paper, so I can show you the nice long cuts. You know, that's pretty sweet. And what next I can do? 3-inch overall length from tip to tip, almost 3 millimeters thick, 1/2 inch wide, has that 1 1/8 of an inch cutting edge that has a Scandi grind on it. It's pre-ground for me by machines, milled out, and then I finish it on the belt sander and you know, my regular sharpening to get that really good sharpness. It has the grind marks on the pry bar, still the milling marks, that I'm gonna keep actually, because that gives us a little more traction for pulling those little nails and staples and such and such. You get a little better purchase thanks to those little grind marks. I don't know if you can pick them up on the yeah, you can see it there. So that I'm gonna definitely keep the way it is. They will come with the Kydex sheets like you've seen before, same design. It's the best idea so far I came up with. It works well. Just have to be you know, very precise, make sure that all fit good. They have just the right retention. You will have the hole to put the linear through to hang it, and then the little hole to fit that bit in it, like that, if you ever want to use it for a, you know, screwdriver bit or something. Now of course you can take it out, turn it around, and have a small little knife, kind of like a utility knife with a little more comfortable grip. It extends the whole thing so you can actually hold it comfortably. No jimping, nothing. It's not meant for hard use, no hard use, not heavy use, you know. It is not the full size knife. It's meant to cut this, you know, cardboard, papers, open packages, mails and stuff like that. And of course the pry bar part, you know, pulling the nails out, staples out and stuff like that. So let's see how it cuts. Cuts pretty nice and clean cuts. You see how it flies off. It's hardened to 55-56 HRC. I'm gonna definitely try to get somebody independent to test it this time, so I don't run into any problems like last time. But this time it should be no problem, because this is regular cutlery steel. It's being heat treated just like regular, you know, any steel by a professional company, so it shouldn't be an issue this time. And so far from my testing, it holds pretty good edge. Really, I would say good. It's not as hard as regular knives, you know. It's 55. We kept it on the lower, on the 55, not the higher, not the 60s, to give it a little more flexibility for the pry bar feature. So, and also for the tip, so it wouldn't break so much, wouldn't chip so much, because it's meant for you know, hard use stuff, scrape stuff off. You can scrape with the blade, and you know, you don't worry about it, because it's a you know, for a custom knife, it's a cheap little tool. Now let's see. You saw I cut up the piece of cardboard box, not much, but let's see. Still cuts regular paper. Still cuts magazine paper, actually pretty good. Let me do some more cuts. There's very little resistance, it's about 26-27 degrees conclusive on the edge. Over the time as you use it, it will probably round off a little more, it will convex a little more, depends on your sharpening methods. But cuts pretty well for how small it is. For that super small little edge. Remember that the edge will do faster also than a regular knife, because it's very small, so all the cutting spreads to much smaller area than your regular knife. So imagine if you compare this 1 inch to a 3-inch blade, this will wear out 3 times faster just because of the fact that you have only 1/3 of the edge length, no? One thing to consider also. Yeah. I have glue there. I have glue. Let me just wipe it with WD-40. Yep, still cuts nice. Let me see magazine. Yep. There we go. Still pretty sharp. So let's do some wood. Some softer wood. It goes actually pretty nice. It has decent bite for that size. Let me show you. That's the softer wood, right? Let me get it to the frame. Fairly decent. Now some little harder wood. This is like a fat wood. You can do nice feather sticks with this. So cuts pretty nice. I like how it performs. Definitely performs much better than the previous version. Such a big difference in the steel. I mean, the first one did what it was supposed to do. You know, it cuts the boxes, it opens the packages. But it's always better to have the better steel. And I didn't know that back then. You know, still fairly sharp. Cuts the regular paper. I doubt that this will shave anymore. With more pressure applied, it still does shave. But definitely a lot more pressure than before. What else I can do? Let me see this test cable. Let me see if it will chip. When I tried it, it didn't roll, didn't chip. It's very small. Let me do it this way. Don't really have enough surface to slide through it, so I'm gonna baton through it. Not really, I see minor deformation, but no chipping, not even big rolling. It's microscopic rolling. And as you can see on the paper, it still cuts fairly. Of course, it's not as good as it was on the beginning, but for the amount of cutting I did for such a small blade, I think it's decent. I think that's not that bad. Now the tip, such a fine tip, of course you can break it if you're gonna stick it in and bend and torque it. Definitely gonna break it. but that's like with any knife, and especially if you look how fine that tip is, you can see that it can be really fragile, but I like the super fine tip on the small little EDC, because if you're gonna take care of it, if you will be careful not to ruin the tip can come very handy in a lot of situations. Such a super fine tip, you know, splinters and stuff like that, it can come very handy. So very important thing now. I'm gonna be doing this as I will get time, you know. I'm gonna do probably, let's say 10-15 at once, get them ready, do a bunch of different color Kydex sheets, and I'm gonna, you know, mention in the video that I have this and this and this for sale. I'm gonna sell them, because I have my knives coming in, so I can't really take orders like before, you know, like whoever buys it, I'm gonna just make it and ship it. I can't. I'm gonna be shipping it once a week, every Saturday, you know, like I said, when I have something done, I'll let you guys know how many I have, which colors, Kydex, and that's how it's gonna work. So please don't PM me till then, because I have a lot of stuff now going on, and have to somehow balance it so I can do everything. Now I'm pretty excited about them. I can already see that they will be good, much better than the first version, and I'm very happy. Oh, and since I have it here now, this is the used one, right? Did all this testing. It's not as sharp as it was, right? It can just barely cut the regular paper, even after all this testing, which is pretty good though. But check it out, guys. Strop. Bank. How long it took? 10 seconds on the strap, and you have razor edge again, which is super cool. I think, in my opinion, that's definitely super good. It holds decent edge, and it's so easy to resharpen. I mean, I'm very excited about it, very happy. So hopefully you guys will like it. Let me know what you think, and like I said, stay tuned if you're interested, if you've been waiting for it. I know there are a lot of people that have been waiting for this. You will see the videos, don't worry about it, because I have, I think, 100 or 100 and something of them, so plenty to go around. I should have the supplies for a long time now. We'll see. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. I think it's pretty cool. Happy that I did pull the trigger. I was very hesitant after all that happened with the first one. Very hesitant if I should even, you know, give it a second round, but I did, and hopefully it will pay off. So I don't know the prices yet, don't ask me. They will be probably around $30, so which is, I think, very fair. I'm not really making too much money of it, very little. I don't really even want to do that, to be honest, but I have them here. I already, you know, started with it, so I have to finish it now. So stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.